Okay, so we'll start here. But you see the tabs at the top here? I try to keep it minimum to that. Let me double check, make sure nothing is... Okay, cool. Alright, crits are closed. Crits are closed. You just got here in time to hear me say that? Awesome. Pour some water, hang on. Hope it doesn't make anyone want to pee. You on your phone, Virus? Just making room for my tablet here. And we'll get to you guys in due time. Due time. How often do I do critiques? I do them every time I stream. It's the last like hour or last 45 minutes of the stream. Okay. I need to get the Discord up and over here so I can read what you guys say accompanying your images. It's actually my favorite part of the stream. Crit, please. Okay, what am I looking at here? Currently I'm baking issues because of sort of projection, blah, 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 da, 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 da. I mean, I'll just look at the initial image and see if it'll open. There we go. All right, so does this color show up nicely? Kinda. Is this one? Yeah, that one's better. I don't know how far away this is supposed to be from the camera. Let's see if I can get a sense of that. Oh man, okay, pretty far. So this looks fine. With that in mind about how far away that stuff is, I would look into... let me look at the layout again, sorry. Yeah. Okay, with things being at a distance similar to that, I would actually look at making this piece in here a tileable that just tiles horizontally. You could do the same with some of the other details, like this wall piece here. Could be a tileable as well. That just tiles infinitely left to right. If you put little patterns and stuff on here, you could tile that on the same texture sheet. That way you're not spending all your time ZBrushing all this stuff out. One nice thing is because of where it breaks here with the stone, you could map it like this and then break the stone where you want the door and then just extrude in these walls. Like so. So this inside wall, you just take the UVs and then you clean them up so that the texture just goes this way and then wraps around that way, and you'll get a nice edge of your stone still. So it'll actually look no different, which is really nice. Let's see what else we got here. I think the overall color, here's a concept. Let's see what the concept looks like. Wait, what? Oh, I see, I see. Oh yeah, see the scene's very dark, so like all of the detail is going to be in that centerpiece, right? Man, this is super cool with the lily pads and stuff. You're really going to have to nail the... So you've taken this far enough that I would suggest getting all the broad strokes out. Take care of the lily pads. Just get them all placed out. Build like a block out or like a first pass on this flower with the light coming out. This is looking really cool. Yeah, trim sheets for the win. I need to use more trim sheets on my scene as well. It's a huge time saver. But yeah, I'd get all the bigger things out of the way before you continue on your building pass. Because like this looks pretty good, but you're gonna run into the same problem. Like on my stream, what I'm building right now is a pretty slow process because I'm taking each piece to pretty close to final, when I should be going broad strokes, hitting everything, and then going down to like going down to the smaller details and the smaller details. But for me, I mean, I don't really have a deadline, and I'm not pushing myself to try and finish the scene as fast as possible. Whereas you have a deadline with the contest, right? So I would look into how to best see. I haven't read this stuff either, so you might have done what I'm suggesting. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's looking pretty cool, and I would try the scene out in a dark scene to see what it looks like, because in the reference, I think there's a nighttime version. Man, that is blinding. This nighttime version, like everything's very far in the distance. You're gonna need to make some time to do these trees as well. And this crater thing. Man, the design of that is really cool. Oh, this is really helpful also. How this is all laid out. Are tiled on each 4 sides. Dude, perfect. So, I mean, given that, you should be able to make all of the buildings relatively quickly, right? A lot of this detail as well. Nice. Nice. That's really good. Whoa. Dude. Cool. So this is Jacob. Jacob Gibbs. Say stun grenade. Need some high poly crits. Alright. So normally I would say that bevels here would be really nice, but they tend to be... These tend to be harder edge than normal. I think the only benefit you get from bevels is, see how you get that inside highlight? If you bevel this wide enough, you'll get that highlight on the outside, which will give you a much more interesting visual from a distance. You basically just get a rim around the inner edge. This clip thing I would thicken up a bit. That is super thin. Throughout as well. It looks like let's see here. So see how thin this is? I would like double that thickness at least. Dude, that's crazy. You got some pins in there and stuff? Wait, what? Hang on here. Oh, that is crazy. I mean, that's pretty hardcore. Does it go through all the way to the... Ho! That's kind of cool. So those details no one sees. I wouldn't worry about those. These guys, like, no one sees those. Mainly because they're looking at it from like back here, right? That's freaking cool though. This little edge here is really interesting. Maybe making that a little wider would be nice. Hyoli, what's going on? How you doing? These look really good. I like how they're curling. I think if these are going to be here, you should make them like 4 times as thick just so you can see them. It's like that game art exaggeration that happens. This as well needs to be thicker. And then that little edge in there, I'd be careful about it being that narrow. Needs more polys. Nice. Yeah, Chris, yeah. Yeah, it won't hurt. It won't hurt to add more polys to your stuff, Tobias. In general, this looks pretty cool, though. I'd probably bevel this a little bit, so it's not so hard edge, but in general, I think this looks pretty nice. This is hardcore. Is that really like that? That's crazy. Anyways, looks cool. Alright, what's this one? What's this craziness? Oh man, it's a block out. Block out of some details. So what is this? Is the whoa, it even says hi DiNusty. That's amazing. Hello, Joe. So this is okay, this is not a block out. This looks like you're trying to get the modeling pass done. I love the little story going on in here. Looks like you forgot to rotate the handle with the door. Common mistake. You'll see that happen in games, which is kind of crazy. I would make sure that this is rounder. Just double that or triple that. I mean, I think in general this looks pretty good. Are you just gonna texture this and not bake normals out for it and stuff? If that's the case, then you're doing pretty good. I like the 6 wheels design. Yeah, this little kettle thing in here, that's awesome. Cartons in the door. Yeah, the attention to detail is really nice. I would suggest while you're presenting like this is to get some ambient occlusion. That way you can see the shapes and how they separate. Later, great relator. That's yeah. You need some more geometry in the rounding of the front hook here as well. All I see when I see this is Jurassic Park. It makes me think about Jurassic Park. Good times. Good times. Yeah. I mean, I'd be careful. I want to say that things look low poly, but it almost looks intentional. Like I think you're going for a look or a style. I could be wrong. In general, this looks pretty cool though. I really like the design of it. The underside is crazy as well. Really cool. These faces and these ones aren't the same. One of these faces is not like the other. Yeah, I'd be really careful with so I can see how you're modeling this stuff versus like how stuff is shaped for use. So if you can find a way to get away from like a square that was beveled on the end and then the bevel was moved lower here and then beveled again and then beveled again. Like if you could get some design in the way it's modeled to make it look like how a headrest would be shaped while cut open like that, like with a hole in the middle, that'd be good. It's okay for faces to be different? No. In general, this looks pretty cool though. Oh man, long day today. Overall detail is really nice. Yep. Cool. Holy wood grain. So normally, I would say that wood grain having normal information is a little too much, but this looks to be working pretty well. And the roughness difference between the ranges is really nice. Maybe tone down the strength of that normal for the layering just a little bit, but you might not have to either. There's another, yeah, see you're not even seeing it too much in here. And with the look you're going for in here, the finish. Now you're yawning too? Oh no, you made me yawn because I imagined what you look like yawning. How creepy is that? Oh god. So I would say if you're seeing, like, if you're going for this visual look with the wood, and you've got that type of sheen on it, then the normal for the wood grain is definitely going to be weaker. Now I'm yawning. No. I'm sorry. It's just too chill in here. It's just too chill in here. Is that a yawn face? That's great. No! Oh, dude. Terrible. Anyways, Ponky, this looks cool. The splotches and the wood value, I think, are okay. That's a good suggestion, Chris. I would look at your roughness again and make sure it shouldn't be wider. I think I like the original one is stronger, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because the roughness feels accurate. I think if this is wider, the roughness was wider, you'd feel a little better. Yeah, so I guess for variation's sake, play around with your roughness values and your normal strength on this one. Pretty nice, though. I like the knots. The knots are nice. All right, here's Chris's article. Yeah, buddy. So good. So good. I'll drop that in chat again. I'm going to have to read through this after I get off the stream, Chris. That color palette. Oh, this is sick. I love that you're showing this, Chris. Dude, is your... It looks better than No Man's Sky. Is your grass green onions? I'm pretty sure I'm seeing green onion grass, which brings a whole different feeling to when I look at your scene. Were you hungry while you were making this, Chris? That's awesome. Hey, I happen to like green onion. What's up, Vault? How you doing? 404 in the house. Oh yeah, this is the hardcore song. We're gonna... For later. That's for later. Yeah, the ship looks cool though, man. And I really like the animation of the warpin. Looks really, really good. I'm doing good, Vault. I'm a little tired today. I think that's what's going on. Nice work though, Chris. It's awesome to see this article. Yo. Okay, we've got a scene block out. Scene block out is by DevG. DevG. Every time that song comes on, I should take an espresso shot. It's like, oh, just start shaking. So this shot is pretty strong. This is an escalator as well, right? So you've got the stairs going down. Skills, drawing skills, perspective. Yeah. Let's do that again. All right, so You've got a railing that goes down here, and then you've got this. This drawing is terrible. I can't draw. Uh, this area, like I take it, there's some more down here, and there'll be one here and one here, and you'll have your dividers here. Make sure that these are see-through so that you don't get this big, like, dark area. I mean, once lighting comes in, it'll be fine. Something going on there. Maybe even just if it's metal paneling, or maybe you have like a little metal panel here on the bottom piece, and there's a number there, and maybe the yellow strip that goes up the side that's like, watch your fingers, they get crushed and they go down there. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. This is cool. I really like the idea of this light source up here, just shining in. This is a good break. I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, because basically what you're seeing is you see this, and then it shines down, and then you look at this. You see this down here. This is just really dark. I want to know what this is. The way it terminates into the wall is really weird to me. I feel like something needs to happen here. I don't know. So it's odd right now. Let's look at some of the other. There's some other angles you posted. Ah, is it a walkway? It is a walkway. It's very, so your walkway is very narrow. I think I love the idea of these. Where are we at here? So these pieces, they're like, maybe they'll be glass panels. I love that. I think maybe the bottom part could be something like open, or because it's very weird to see such a, it's so solid the whole way, and then the narrowness, like it's almost 2 blocks wide, whatever these 2 blocks are. If you can make it like 2.5, and then instead of having the railing coming in so much, maybe if they're either try going out and see how that feels. Because then if you go out, then the glass could be tilting outwards, and then you can put text and information on here going down the way. Yeah. And then make sure to add, once you get to the modeling part, make sure to add enough polys for this rounding, or design a way for it to be angular as it goes. Like if it's gonna do this, then it'd be like 3 steps maybe, and then at those bend points, you need to have some type of design. Maybe that's where the glass meets, and so then this is a glass panel, this is a glass panel, and then a third glass panel. Let's see here. Yeah, this shot's cool. So normally when there's a track, there's 2 of them, right? So like you'd have one here, and I'm expecting another track. So maybe these stairs can come down onto a platform here. And then this track could go more here. And then you can think about adding another track over here, because then that allows you to do some compositional things where like maybe you have a train here, and you have the face of a train here. We're going for it. We're going for it, guys. What am I drawing? There we go. Added a window. We're safe. Yeah. There you go. So good. Yeah. It's a Twinkie bus, guys. Yeah, I think if you were to do that and then you had a way out over here, just like this one, I think that would feel more in line with what what you're imagining to see when you come down here. And then taking this guy, maybe putting it here and here. Is that a dick? Jesus Christ, virus. Where did... What? What? How could you? How could you? But yeah. I think 2 lanes would be really good. Man, there's a real delay, that's for sure. I'm sorry, guys. And then look... Tours. Is that a penis? Figuring out how to do stuff with this wall is going to be pretty important. Same with this one and this one. Just because they're so blank. Like, what do other train stations do with all this space? Because it's pretty open, right? What's up, Bajan? Bajan? How you doing, dude? But yeah, that's pretty cool. So we got some reference here. Looks like Uncharted rocks. Rocks that have been uncharted. And then we've got some test sculpt rocks. Some of these are... this one is really strong. This one's good as well. I mean, yeah. They're all looking pretty good. What's working for this one specifically is you have like a clear direction as to how the rocks are breaking, like this. So that's good. This one gets a little confusing because you've got angles going this way, you've got this angle, but then you've got this one and this one. So there's some angle confusion. Like this one's starting to go this way, but then there's this edge here. This crack is pretty cool. But you can see if you look at these ones, they're all very clear definition of like which way they're heading, and all the lines are going this way. Like this one, the primary lines are doing this, and then you have the little extra lines going that way. See, as I get further away too, do you see how they're like doing this? Or this one's especially good. But yeah, you see how there's oh man, I can't unsee that. I'll show you in a second. But you see how there's a direction towards that each rock is all going kind of in the same direction. All right, I have to hang on here. Santa Claus, is that you? Is that you, Santa Claus? Why are you so cool, Santa Claus? Anyways. I think that's why these 3 on the left are very strong. Yeah, these 3 on the left are really good. The other ones are good too, but these ones are really, really nice. Santa Claus smoking weed, what? Alright, check out this badass scene. This shit getting crazy. Oh man. I think you got Rubble inspired. That is super cool, actually. Okay, so it's working out really well. Oh my god, if I can draw. It's working out really well here for breaking up the details. Let's see here. Dude, I can't do the crazy. I can't do the crazy, guys. Yeah, these little hits of red are really nice. And the green focus point here is really good. So from up high here, you need to, it makes it very apparent that these are their own little pieces. So you need to make some like a transitional piece that you can see from up here. That's like more of like the debris around them that you can place manually to just kind of break it up so that they're not just these little island pieces, right? So like wherever you have these, having like little parts to accompany them, it's going to help you break up like that harsh transition going from a prop to nothing, because there's not a lot happening in the space outside of these. So being able to add some little things like that, maybe vertex painting or painting a mask that kind of adds some variation in like what's on the ground, like maybe where moss is building up. This looks really good. Everything's looking pretty nice. I would say that the overall image, like when you squint, it's all pretty visible. Doing some depth of field stuff maybe, and some focus lighting is probably going to help you. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show what I mean, man. How much time we got? We got 10 minutes. We got 3 more images. We're good. We're good. So first of all, let's do this. So you do that, you can see where colors are sitting. You can see like what colors are hitting where. Interesting. Okay, and let's do. Let's move this out of the way. Let's duplicate this. Making the darker version. So there's lighting over here. I would just like not have that happening, just because it's drawing focus away from the rest of the scene. Could probably just do that maybe. And then down here you have like a really, you have a harsh line. This. And all the fog kind of, you can see how you can see the edge of this. And like I get some height fog that just hides all of that, so that you just start blending. So you don't see that. This kind of gets lost in the details. Like those all just kind of blend downward. I'm not a concept artist, warning. You've been warned. But yeah, doing stuff like that. Maybe even, let's duplicate that. Well, maybe the fog down below should be darker. Or maybe it should hint at darkness. I don't know. And then kind of drawing focus away from the stuff to the side just a little bit. It doesn't have to be like really dark. I mean, I'm making it pretty dark, it looks like, but I like the brightness of the core here. Kind of pushing the light ray a little bit and getting some glowing on the core. So that one's like, you can see how everything is pretty in focus. Just kind of pushing those details back so that the focus becomes, yeah, Chris is right about the, make sure that this is a point light, or yeah, point light pointing at the coffin. I mean, I like that it's casting shadows and like all the objects that are around it. But yeah, the focus is here, right? The focus is here. But you're being drawn up here as well. So I don't know how bright you want these to be. This probably doesn't need to be that bright. It's super dark up there now. I'm kind of screwing with it. Anywho. Yeah, getting the focus onto the centerpiece is important. And having these back areas kind of go and recess back into space is really, really good. Yeah, so I mean, keep working at it. The scene's looking pretty close to done. It's like now you're starting to tweak all those the little details and stuff. If you can also blur, get some depth of field going on. Might be too strong a depth of field, but like you see how like it's helping you push focus into the center. In general though, super cool. This scene's looking sick. It's just tuning all those values, getting everything focused, polish up your composition. This angle is pretty strong though. It's that classic 3/4 view. All right. Dude, this is cool. This is some like stalker Chernobyl shit going on here. So right now it's feeling very overcast. And I think that you need to have like maybe the overcast is what you're going for. I don't know. If it's this overcasted, you could get some really nice effect by bringing the fog in so that it pushes some of the vehicles back in space. Like it's happening a little bit here, but I think even more will really help. This is really interesting. It's an interesting scene. But yeah, I think the roughness range is very muted right now. You're going for overcast? Okay. Man, it's really going to be about selling that stuff in the distance. If you could get some blockouts of buildings and things like that, maybe some, just block out basic stuff. Just get all of the stuff back there, like lights, street lights, maybe some roads or like a carousel. Just, you don't have to detail them out, just block them out. And then depth of field that stuff. Maybe some low ground bushes too can help with like solving this hard edge that's happening in the distance. Scene wise, it's looking pretty cool. It's going to be really like overcast is very hard to look good. If you're going to do overcast in game, I suggest kicking the fog up a little bit just so that you can get some separation. I guess I need to see some other... Is this a bent fence piece? I think that might be something you can work on. Like, this is like really curved, and usually a fence when it oh god, when it gives, it usually bends at one point. So like it would be straight, and then like all of a sudden, like right at this bending point, it would just go down, and then you get another bend down here. Once if someone puts enough weight on it where it meets the ground, and then this bends up because it touches the ground. The floor feels a little strange to me. I'm trying to figure out, like, right now your grass is just kind of happening wherever. And I feel like for the most part, because of how old this is, there's going to be grass for sure around most of the outside. And you'll have little... That's not a fence? What is that? Oh, it's the cable thing. I see. I see. Because I'm getting this... what is that? I'm getting this pattern here that kind of looks like a fence. Do you see it? What is that? It's here too. Well, anyways, without that being a fence, I don't know what this stuff is. It's really confusing me. That's a mesh that allows the cars to move? Dude, I didn't even know that existed. What? You're blowing my mind right now. Anywho, I really like that the leaves are kind of built up against these fences. So like leaving that or that barrier, leaving that there is pretty nice. And I like that these are here, but they're not on every single one of them. I would break up the height of some of these leaves, and then also have the grass creeping into the space and really starting to take it over. Yeah, Nathan does do his research apparently. So it's above and it's now fallen. Dude, mind-boggling. Because I feel like the grass, with how old this place looks, I feel like the grass will basically have taken over most of the space except for maybe this core area that it's kind of like starting to creep in on. It's pretty cool though. This looks cool. And I really like these vehicles. They're interesting. I feel like they need to have like some areas where it's not like really rough. That way you can get some nice sheen or some range. Wow. Raz, for some reason TwitchBot rejected your message, but I'm reading it right now. It says this is kind of some East European shit. I remember going on these kinds of rides. Looks really cool. Alright, and last one. Pistol. Makes you wish Unreal had volumetric lighting. Dude, Chris. So true. It hurts. So this pistol's looking pretty cool. The details that you're adding here to try and break up the empty spaces is working pretty well. Really like the bullet. That's well done. Oh man, I'm terrible at weapons. I just feel like I don't know what I can say on this. I think I would look at how rough you're taking the metal material. Because this looks like it's seen a lot of shit. Like, across the entire surface. Never mind the red lines? Alright. Will do. I don't know, Chris, you got anything you can say on this? It's a tough one. Are you going off any reference, Roto? Yeah, I'm not. You're terrible with guns as well. I don't know. That looks like it'll fit in there. I think that's fine. I mean, I think adding a bit of like the early signs of rifling in the chamber would be good in here. Overall, I think it's just really, really rough. I don't think the roughness needs to be. I don't think the roughness needs to be that rough. And I would suggest in the mesh, because these look like they're flat, in the mesh I would cut that point, like model that and pull it out. Just make these stick out, because that's not that expensive. I would model these a little bit, like just add some support geometry and then pop them out a little bit. That'll help a lot. This edge being really hard is bugging me. Like, I feel like it needs to just be ever so slightly rounded. It's a tough one though, man. The wood material on the handle, I would look at some reference of guns with wooden handles and see, or wooden grips, and see how the detail looks, how it wears. Like this wear looks like it might be pretty good, but like the size of the grain and the direction of it. And maybe like the type of finish it is, and then how it just wears down. When you get a chance, Ruto, in the Discord, could you just post like the reference image of the pistol as well? Is it shooting healing bullets? I'm just curious. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for this lovely surface behind me. This is about half of it. I need to add like the other half, which is probably going to go on a wall you won't see. It's Ben's gun. Oh, I see what you guys are saying. I thought you were saying it's Ben's gun as in Ben made it. Or not Ben made it, but Ben's reference. Sigh. It's obviously too late for me. I look away for 1 second. Where are we at here? Oh, I see why the red's there now. That's great. This is actually... Okay, hang on. This is a good... Doing stuff like this on the wood is really good. Ben. Trying to see if there's any other the text on the gun really helped though. All right, guys, thanks for correcting me. Ruto, nice pistol, man. You guys are doing super cool stuff. Thanks for hanging out, and let's see if I can host someone. I haven't hosted in a while. Let me see if anyone's streaming. I need to get like a quick link to creative. How do you get to creative these days? Do you just go here? 3D modeling. $80 viewers. Who's this? Oh, Fat32. Oh, we're totally we're invading Fat32. All right, guys, join that Discord. I'll see you guys later. We're gonna bomb Fat32 Dutch. Enjoy, guys.